Hello, I am back. Guess what? I've returned from my vacation. Isn't that crazy? Did you guys miss me? I know you did because according to my analytics, you didn't see me at all when I was gone. But that's okay. That's not what we're here to talk about today. It's okay. I'm not hurt. I am realizing that I wear this shirt a lot in these videos. I'm not gonna apologize. It's one of my favorite shirts. I'm sorry. But I do wash it as often as I wear it, okay? Shut up. Today, as promised in my video about me being gone, is I'm going to talk about 10 best movies I saw this year. But I know that I was supposed to do a Mary Poppins Returns review first. I'll get to it. I'll probably do that and Bumblebee to ring in the new year because I don't care about views, obviously. But just a couple rules to make sure everybody understands what's going on here. A, I may not have reviewed everything that's on this list because of the nature of when I started the channel, or maybe I saw the movie and didn't think it was worth reviewing, or maybe I just missed the boat entirely and didn't get to see it until later. Happens that way sometimes, I'm sorry. But if you like, I could link all the reviews that do exist of these movies in the description if it'll help you guys out to understand why I like these movies or why they're in the order in which they're in. I don't need to justify myself to you. You already hit subscribe. Hopefully, maybe, please. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's just get into the movies. Can we do that? I hope so. So number 10, we have Blockers, which I didn't expect to have to put on this list, but the fact of the matter is I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I think it nails everything that it tries to do extraordinarily well, but since it's not a big blockbuster movie, it kind of got swept under the rug. But I had a great time. I was laughing the entire time, like side-splitting laughing. John Cena was great in it. He's the only cast member whose name I could think of right now. But everybody that was in the movie did a fantastic job of making it hilarious and very memorable. Hence why it's on this list, but it's not so good that it can be any higher. Sorry, number 10, you always get the hardest one. Number 9, Teen Titans Go to the Movies. Pretty much the same reason that I enjoyed Blockers is why I enjoy Teen Titans Go so much. I thought it was really funny. It's very self-aware of how DC movies are and how superhero movies in general are, which is a trait that I'm noticing Teen Titans Go just has in general, which I kind of wish I'd been watching the show more than I do now. I had a hard time getting used to the show because I was like, it's not regular Teen Titans, but it doesn't matter because the show's pretty cool and this movie was actually a really great time. At number 8, you have Bohemian Rhapsody, which I know isn't accurate to Freddie Mercury's life or the backstory of Queen as a band or anything like that, but it had Queen music in it. And great performances across the board by Rami Malek and by Mike Myers, and everybody that was in the movie did a fantastic job, and I really enjoyed it. So fight me on this, I dare you. Number 7, Overlord. What a fantastic Wolfenstein Nazi zombies movie we got. It's a shame it didn't perform better. I think it just didn't get enough press going around before it came out. When it came out, it was everywhere, but you have to let people know that you have a movie coming out. You can't just be like, hey, movie's out, go watch it. But I enjoyed it for what it was. I had a lot of fun. I thought it was very corny and cheesy in times, and I think that's exactly what they were going for. At least I hope so. And overall, thought the movie was a great time. Great way to spend 2 hours. Number 6, Sicario, Day of the Soldado. Also probably not what you expected to be on this list. But the fact of the matter is, I love the first Sicario. Going into this one, I had very high hopes. And for the most part, my hopes were met. I still love Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro. We didn't have Emily Blunt this time around, but we did have Isabella Moner, who does a great job in her role. Everything works. The suspense and the tension is still there from the first movie. Everything about this movie works. Again, how could you not love it? I understand that the ending is very Hollywood movie, but hey, they want to do a third one. So let him do a third one. So number 5 to number 1 is where things start to get really difficult because it's like, I loved all these movies almost equally, but for the sake of the top 10, I have to put them in order. But number 5 is A Quiet Place. I loved A Quiet Place. I loved everything about it. I loved the world that it set up. I loved the filmmaking. I love John Krasinski's directing. I love the performances that everybody gave without even being able to speak for 95% of the movie. And you can be like, why didn't they just move on a waterfall? It doesn't matter. They had to sacrifice what you guys would consider to be logic in some scenarios to make the movie better. And it's okay, because it worked. Number 4 is A Star is Born. I loved absolutely every aspect of A Star is Born. I love the story of a star on the rise to fame, and I love the story of a star on the fall from grace. Everything works. It all happened at the same time, which is fantastic. And it really does a good job of showing you the passage of time, which a lot of movies don't really know how to do very well. But this one does. Great job, Bradley Cooper. I hope he wins something. Something for this. Anything. Now here we are at the top three where things get very difficult. Any one of the three movies that are in my top three could have been number one, but only one of them is. And unfortunately, it's not the one that you think it is because it's number three. Avengers Infinity War was probably one of the most fun experiences I've had in the movie theater in a very long time. I saw it in 3D on opening day. It was a great time. I saw it in this shirt, would you believe? But I love the performances from everybody involved. I love the balancing between all the characters. I love the quality of the CGI start to finish. I love Josh Brolin as Thanos so much. And mainly, I just can't wait to see what happens next. I just hope that the ending of this movie doesn't get completely undone by Avengers Endgame. I think that everybody involved is smarter than that, but we'll just have to see what happens. On to number two. Mission Impossible Fallout is not only the greatest Mission Impossible movie, but my second favorite movie of the entire year. There's something about the way that everything was done, the practicality of the effects, the realness of the action, the magnetism of Tom Cruise's performance. Everything that works in this movie works extraordinarily well. Even the twist, including Henry Cavill's character, even Henry Cavill's mustache. The mustache in this movie was so good, it broke Justice League. But Mission Impossible Fallout is probably the most fun you'll have in the theater, unless you go see Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. You know I loved it. I didn't give it a spectabulous. I know I really wanted to, but if I give too many of those out, then they're not going to mean anything anymore. But Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse is such a good movie on all fronts. The level of effort and care and passion that went into this movie, start to finish, is just incomparable. Nothing else that came out this year matches it. I'm sorry. You can say whatever you want about Infinity War or Mission Impossible. None of it reaches the same level that the creators of Into the Spider-Verse had, start to finish. And Sony, don't take the low box office numbers as meaning we don't want another one. The people that saw it, we want more. Just give us more of it. There you have it. Top 10 best movies of 2018. Remember, my list is not your list. My list does not try to make you change your list to my list. We might have agreements in some places, but that's the glory of having different opinions. And what is day without night? What is light without dark? Of course I'm going to do a top 10 worst movies. I have to. There were some serious stinkers this year, but we'll get to that when I get to it. All right, so be happy. All right, and I'm back, baby. Back making videos. For some reason, this one hasn't ended yet. I think I'm supposed to like wink or something, but I don't know how to. Do I?